Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Boy, yesterday was not ideal for me. Man, I was fucked up, man. The medicine had me creeped out yesterday. I shouldn't even record it. Couple that with the fact that I had a lot of losing picks yesterday. So it is what it is. Sometimes you get those times. Either way it goes, man, 2 games today. All right. So tread lightly. We got 14 games tomorrow. 14. So that's something that you should definitely look ahead spot. We motherfucker got some work to do tomorrow, tonight, and here going forward. All right. So while I'll probably be looking ahead all day. Uh, yeah, I'll probably be looking ahead all day. Especially, yeah, man. I ain't no especially nothing. I gotta be looking ahead. I mean, 14 games. It's gonna be going down. Right. So let's talk about these 2 games, man. Not I'll be doing some same, whatever the case may be. I got some interest in a few spots here. So let's talk about this San Antonio Spurs game. All right. So first and foremost, uh, make sure you're following. Make sure you're following underdog underscore NBA on Twitter. If you're not following them, you're not doing it right, man. I'm just trying to tell you. Yo, 14 games tomorrow. You better be following them. Shit. All right. So we got Zion Williamson. We already know he's out. All right. Keldon Johnson, he's doubtful, which means closer to out, but who knows? We know Ingram's he's out. Jakob is probable. Okay. So that's a key piece for them. Here's a guy who can occasionally go out there and give you a double double. He has a double double against this very team, but the minutes, we just don't. We know he started off on a minutes limit, but we don't know when they're going to lift the minutes limit, and that's things that you have to take a hunch on. You have to, you have to take an educated guess. Coaches will tell you, hey, he's coming out on the minutes limits, but hey, they won't say, we're taking him off. So there you have that. His only 2 appearances, his last 2 appearances since he's been back from injury, he's had 8-5 versus Houston, and he had 7-7 versus Miami. He played 23 and 21 minutes. All right, here's a guy he can fake stuff to stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for him to get back healthy. Then you got Collins coming behind him, so they have some bigs to throw out there. All right. Um, Larry Nance Jr. A big piece of news that you need to keep an eye out on. He's questionable. All right. Now both of these teams they play tomorrow, which is this is the front end of a back to back for both of these teams. So we'll have to figure out, how we want to approach this and how we think these teams were going to approach this. All right. So and like I said, a big key piece is Larry Nance Jr. for the simple fact that he can be very well solidified in minutes for Jonas Valanciunas, uh, if he's out, what I'm saying, because Jonas Valanciunas, very well the offense can very well flow straight through him in certain instances. You've seen what Jonas Valanciunas did last game. He had 37 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay, up against Milwaukee, so he still is a capable, and he hit 7 threes. That's one of them outlier games. I remember he had one of those games last year. Either way it goes, that's probably it for the significant injuries. All right. So where I have interest at, all right. So I have interest in, I'm, I'm looking for Larry to be out because I definitely want to get a piece of that Jonas Valanciunas money. But he's not on the books right now. They don't have him out, so that's what the books are waiting for right now when it comes to Jonas Valanciunas. They know he's playing, but they want to know if if uh, if Larry Nance is playing, and I do too. That's why they don't have him on the books. Otherwise, he'd be there. So, some things you want to point out here. All right, weaknesses. I like to target weaknesses because, hey, who the fuck wants a tough matchup when you're dealing with your money? All right, let's pray on the weak. All right, so points. All right, so San Antonio, the two guard position, they give up the points. Okay, so you'll see a fluctuation between somebody like Trey Murphy and CJ McCollum. So I'm definitely, Trey Murphy is somebody who I'm definitely looking at points rise. He could pop that three. So we're looking at the three ball here. Excuse me. Mm, come on, I'm clicking. Okay, damn. Okay, so 3.5 threes. Oh, come on, man, stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Anyway, it goes. That two guard position, threes at the two guard position. You'll see somebody like you're gonna see CJ and Trey Murphy at the three there. So I'll have interest. I'll have interest. Okay. I just don't know which route I want to take with Trey Murphy, the threes or the points. Now I should have jumped on the threes last night. The threes came out at plus 146. All right, so that was definitely a deal. I should have just sprinkled something there and got on. All right, he's hit three threes once in his last three games, and it's been a while. It's been a while since he hit three threes. And actually, he's hit three threes once in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. All right. Prior to that though, he has hit threes in the area of 4, 1, 5, 6, 2, 1, 0, 5, and 3. All right, so he has the ability against this very team. He hit 5 for 12 threes. Trey Murphy he went 5 for 12 from beyond the arc. He gave them 26. Wait. He gave them 17 points. So the three ball, the upside on the three ball is there. Trey Murphy, even if you could find a way to get 5 threes out of him at plus 700, okay? So he can really stroke that thing, all right? He's averaging 12.2 points on the season. Of course, without Zion, he should get a couple extra shots. Yada yada yada. His point prop is in at 14 and a half and minus 120 as we speak. All right. CJ McCollum, 25 points. I don't know if I'm going to get there with that. Definitely something, that could be hit, but hey, I don't know if I'm going to get there, to tell you the truth. He's going to be facilitating the offense for sure. So, he's going to have his prints all over this one. 6.5 assists is not out of the realm of possibilities for CJ McCollum. He's definitely the point guard of this team right now. When you want to look at the assist prop and who's giving up what, both teams actually give up assists out there. So you can see New Orleans Pelicans, they're giving up 9.5 assists to point guard position, and San Antonio Spurs, they're giving up 9.3. These guys are neck and neck right behind each other. All right. So that's something that you can look at there. Can't talk you off the assist, but neither one, him or Trey Jones. Trey Jones' assist probably coming out at about 6.5, I believe. 6.5 at plus money. I don't know if I'll go there, to tell you the truth. I had a parlay piece I was looking at for Trey Jones, which would end up being the I'll probably end up taking the over 0.5 threes in the same game parlay, something with a Hail Mary or something with some little lunch money on it. You know what I'm saying? A lotto or something might throw that in there, uh, especially if Keldon Johnson is out because he's doubtful. All right. Trey Jones took 5 threes last game. All right. So those are some things that I'm looking at, man. Not an official play for a lot of these, but it's a lot, as a collective whole. Probably I'm probably gonna sprinkle something on Trey Murphy points and threes, though. Tell you the truth, I might sprinkle some on Trey. I'm going to sprinkle something on Trey Murphy points and threes when I get off of this. Devin Vassell, self-explanatory. Here's a guy that's the volume is going to be there for him no matter what. Two guard position here. The volume is going to be there no matter what for Trey. I mean for him, and I think I can see instances where he can go out there and he's a good 3-point shooter. Uh, New Orleans Pelicans are around the bottom third of getting up threes to that shooting guard position. So they have that. The usage will be there for him. Look out for guys for live betting purposes. Look out for guys like Jason Richardson, and then Kenny Bates Diop might get the start there. So in the absence of Keldon Johnson, if he doesn't go, okay. So that's a quick breakdown of that game right there. Next game on the docket you can talk about is going to be the uh, Utah. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting here. All right, Washington. Let me see. Let me see. This is a front end of a back to back for Washington. Yeah, Washington plays Sacramento next game, and Utah tomorrow, rather. Um, the Jazz don't play tomorrow. All right. I believe this is a back to back for the Jazz. The Jazz just played yesterday. Or did they play yesterday? Hmm. Okay, so either way it goes, let's talk about this game here. All right, so we gotta figure out how they want to do this shit. All right, because poor Christian Porzingis, he's questionable. Front end of back to back, going up against Sacramento. We'll see. Which game do they want him for? This one or the one versus Sacramento? Or is he gonna play both? All right, so that's one thing we can look at there. Um, Kelly Olynyk, he's out. Colin Sexton is questionable. He got a good chance to play today. I would imagine. But hey, I wouldn't even play him today. I wouldn't play him today if he's been out all that time and then shit they don't play till after Christmas or whatever. Fuck it, I wouldn't even play him. So my educated guess would probably be he won't be playing. All right. So what do we know? That's it for the significant injuries there. What do we know here? Let's see. Okay, so that's one thing to look at there. Washington. Washington is right down there with them somewhere. A little bit better rebounded. Uh, um, uh, no, I'm, I am looking for points in the paint. That's what I'm looking for. Utah, they give up a decent amount of points in the paint there. Okay, so that's one thing we want to look at. If Kristaps Porzingis goes, then we could attack them in this area. All right, rebounding and points, and then couple that with the fact that you get a guy because for live betting purposes, you get a guy like Daniel Gafford. Okay, he's been playing a lot of minutes lately, a decent amount of minutes lately. He had 20 minutes or better in 4 of his last 5 games. He's a guy who can rebound the ball really pretty well, so I can look at him for rebounds. And yeah, that's about. I mean, he had 12 rebounds, 12 points and 9 rebounds versus Phoenix there. So double double versus Brooklyn. So yeah, he could go out there and rebound. So I'll have my eye on him for live betting purposes because I do live bet. All right. Now, running back over here to the books here, I do like to watch the team. I mean, this Utah Jazz team with aggressive bigs and aggressive guards. Okay, so I love the matchup here for Bradley Beal, but we just don't know how aggressive he wants to be. So that's the one thing you need to watch out for. All right. If he just want to be feeling it or he's not feeling it, then he's in a passive mode or whatever. Those are the things that you have to figure out with Bradley Beal. This points prop is going to be sitting at we don't have him out right now. All right. So you don't need me to tell me. You need me to tell you about the Laurie Marketins and Jordan Clarksons and stuff like that. Vanderbilt is always an interesting play here, especially when it comes to the rebounds. So his rebounds is always in play. All right. Right now, you're getting this rebound prop at 7.5, which is definitely doable. In any matchup for him, it's definitely doable. So I just want to see what the starting lineups be today, because sometimes they've been starting Walker Kessler. All right, he's had 12. He just had 13 rebounds versus Detroit, six versus Cleveland, six versus Milwaukee, six versus the Pelicans. Then bounced back with 14 rebounds versus the Pelicans. He is averaging 8.2 rebounds on the season. All right. So that's a guy that we can look at. The three ball is in play for Larry Markin and Jordan Clarkson for sure. We just don't have a lot of plays out right now. I can't talk you off of neither one of these guys. 2.5 threes for these guys, and the assist just because Mike Conley, 6.5 is juiced up right now. That's definitely in play. So I want to see what the numbers are looking like on the Washington side. I want to see what the numbers are looking like on the lines looking like on the Washington side. Therefore, I'll be able to make my decision. All right, because I'm really, really, really interested in Kristaps Porzingis here. It's Biggs versus Washington Wizards all the time. I mean, versus Utah Jazz all the time. All right. As far as the side in this one, I'm very, very iffy. I'm very, very iffy as far as the side in this one, but that's just about what I have for right now with what we have on the books, man. I mean, not much. It's I just want to talk about this slate here. Not much. Uh, Looking ahead to next slate here. Make sure live bet. You're not feeling it, live bet. See how things go. All right, Um, yeah, Kyle Kuzma. I got interest in those guys, man. It should be a game. It should be a game. Hopefully, it's a game. All right, so. Uh, need news though, man. Need news. With that being said, guys, peace out, man. Peace.